Hi, my name's CELO, and my track Hyper is out now on SUBHIVE Ruin. Well, my name's CELO. I've been making drum and bass for maybe 2.5 years now or so. Yeah, originally I'm from the UK, now based in Denmark, here in Aarhus. I've been into drum and bass since 97, roughly, something like that. I think I went to my first rave in about early 97 with an ex-girlfriend of mine, and then that got me hooked onto drum and bass, and then I bought my first tape pack, and then after that I just was a massive fan. Fun fact about me. I'm a little bit of a pop culture geek, and I kind of like my Lego a hell of a lot as well. And yeah, maybe not necessarily a fun fact, but probably biggest mistake music-wise is that I stupidly sold my Technics and all my vinyl about 10 years ago and then regret it ever since. So for my track Hyper, at the time I wanted to try and make something that was kind of a bit gritty and a bit faster paced than what I usually make. So I just made a series of sort of 4-section sketches, as I call them, so 4 16-bar sections. And out of the 4 sketches, Hyper was the one that kind of stuck out the most. And then from there, I just started building up the track with more sounds and more drums and so on. And that's actually quite often how I make a lot of my music, is make lots of sketches and then listen to them a few days afterwards and figure out which ones I like the best and then work further on them. So a little bit about some of the sounds in the track. I normally would start with like a sub-sample. That might come from either a sample itself or maybe even just from something like Massive or Serum, which is a sub-sample. And then what I would end up doing is, if I just kind of play the sub-sample itself, so it's just the low end, I would then run that through a distortion unit like Trash or something similar. And then I'll normally assign a couple of these parameters to a couple of the sliders in Trash. I normally end up using the pre input there and the drive. And then I literally would just let the sub run for maybe a good 32 bars whilst I'm recording in on another channel. And I'll just basically just try and find some weird sound by wiggling these knobs to play with the drive and the input. And I'll just keep rendering out lots of different mids. And I might do that with lots of different types of distortion types in here. And then eventually I'll then try and find a rhythm out of that and piece it together and then actually make a melody out of it, let's say, for the bass line. And that seems to be quite often what I do with a lot of my mids and sub basses lately. Thanks for watching. Check out my track Hyper, out now on SUBHIVE Ruin.
Okay, so I'll just start.
I think I'll put that on silent, out the way.